A frail-looking girl in the top bunk across from mine said, "I'm from Churn region. I'm 9 years old too. My name is Alessia." She sat up in her bunk and peered down at Katerina. "Who says they don't like the young ones?" "I've heard whispers," Katerina answered. Some of the girls murmured in agreement, but others disagreed. "My name is Ivanka," said a girl with a mole on her cheek. She had claimed the bed closest to the heater. "I'm 13, from just outside of Kyiv. I also heard that it's much better to be older." The introductions and arguments went on for quite a while. Most girls were either from Kyiv region or from my own Churn region. The girls from Kyiv were mostly older and had been captured either right off the street or in school by regular Nazi soldiers. The ones from my area had mostly been targeted by the Brown sisters, the Gestapo women, just as Larissa and I had been. Those younger ones, whose bunks were closer to mine, were named Alessia, Daria, and Katya. Alessia seemed to be on her own, but Daria and Katya had chosen bunks side by side. "Are you sisters?" I asked them. Daria shook her head. "But we knew each other from church." By the time we finished with the introductions, I realized that I wasn't the only one who had been separated from a sister or brother or parents. We lay there, listening to the constant thunder of booms in the distance, each of us wrapped in our own personal pain. Alessia, in particular, seemed so small and alone, sitting cross-legged on her bed. Her face glistened with tears. Katya slipped off her own bunk and stepped over to Alessia's. Sitting on the edge, Katya reached her hand out to dry a tear from Alessia's cheek. "We're all sad, but let's try to watch out for one another," Katya murmured. "Lita, can we sing?" said Xenia, her voice cracking with emotion. "I know that we are all sad and afraid." I took a deep breath and swallowed back my tears. I had never felt so empty in my life. But I knew in my heart that she was right. Every girl here was feeling as awful as I was. Singing would surely help. Xenia went back to her own bunk and I lay down on mine. Why did it matter how many bugs were in the straw? I would have to get used to it no matter what. I closed my eyes and willed away the sound of the bombs and the sight of my horrible surroundings. I thought of Larissa. In a voice strong and clear, I began to sing new words to a familiar melody. "When I was a child, I had a sister dear," Katerina answered with a tremulous voice. "When I was a child, I had parents who loved me." Ivanka responded with, "I am still a child, but I have no one left to love me." Xenia's clear, sweet voice sang, "You have us, dear child, and we love you." Little Alessia gasped in sadness at the words, but she added her own line, as did another child and another. I remember a time of happiness with Larissa. It was before Tata was arrested by the Soviets, before Mama was taken by the Nazis. We had a lilac tree behind our house. The last spring we were together, I had lifted Larissa onto my shoulders and stood under that tree. She had reached up and picked a single sprig. We put it on our kitchen table for Mama. Now I loved the scent of those lilac blossoms. I breathed in deeply, willing myself to smell their delicate scent. For a moment, it almost worked, but only for a moment. Instead of blossoms, all I could smell was rotting straw, bleaching powder, and misery.